Welcome back learners, welcome to your very own channel Grow My Skills, Better Life। तो आज जो मैंने टॉपिक उठाया है वो मेरे काफ़ी लर्नर्स जानना चाह रहे थे। सो इट्स अबाउट ब्लॉग्स, हाउ टू राइट अ ब्लॉग एंड व्हाट इज़ अ ब्लॉग इन द फर्स्ट प्लेस। कुछ सालों पहले तक मुझे भी ब्लॉग को लेकर काफ़ी क्यूरियोसिटी थी। इट वाज अ वेरी न्यू थिंग फॉर अस इन इंडिया, ब्लॉग्स वर नॉट दैट कॉमन। बट अब हम देखें तो मोस्ट ऑफ लर्निंग इज़ हैपनिंग ऑनलाइन, इज़ हैपनिंग थ्रू ब्लॉग्स, एंड एवरी वन इज़ जस्ट पोस्टिंग देयर opinions and sharing their experiences and their knowledge through blogs. So what are blogs and how to do blogging, and how can blogger write a nice blog? So this is all about blogging. So let's get started. So blog, ये जो टर्म है it's a combination of, or it's a short form of the term weblog. वेबसाइट लॉगिंग को हम वेबलॉग बोलते हैं और वेबलॉग का शॉर्ट फॉर्म ब्लॉग बोला जाता है। So blog is it's kind of a small website sort of a place. It's a website which is regularly updated with posts. Those posts can relate to a single subject or a variety of subjects, that is themes हो सकती हैं, it could be anything that you want to write about or that blog is all about. So it consists of posts. Blog site consists of various posts from various subjects. So it can be about one subject or variety of themes or subjects. So that's called a blog post. When you're writing something on a blog, it's called a blog post. And generally, blog posts are not too long, They're written in a very concise manner, so that you make your point also, but make it in a way which does not become very boring in reading. So it's a very casual form of writing. It's also called, blog writing is also called leisure writing. That means what you're doing as a pastime or what you're doing in your free time. So blog is not something that you have to write in a very formal way or a very formal method. You can be yourself, you can be very casual and very conversational in your style when you're writing a blog. So that's called a blog post. When you're writing something, an article or a small, sharing a small, piece of information in the form of writing on your blog, it's called a blog post. Also, blog is also considered as a social media platform. Why? Because blog is open for people to see around, like the online population, those who are there online, they can stumble on your blog, they can see your blog, and they can post comments on your blog, they can share your blog, they can even subscribe to your blog post or blog. So just like any other social media, say Facebook or Instagram, just like you send request to follow somebody, same on blog, you send a request, you subscribe to that blog, and the updates, the feeds of those blogs keep coming to you whenever something new is posted on that blog. So it's also a form of social media. Blog is also a form of social media. So just because of that nature, blogging becomes all the more interesting. Why? Because you can share your opinions, your experiences, or your knowledge with the entire world out there who are looking at your blog, reading your blogs. They can comment on your opinions, they can give their own experiences on your experience, and it's a good way to start a conversation related to your personal or professional thing that you've just written about. So also blogs can be used also for as a personal space to write about your personal stuff. You can use a blog as your online diary. For example, you want to share something with the general public. You recently had some experience, a good or a bad experience, or some learning experience you had, and you want to share it with your community of practice or maybe general online population, and you just blog about it on your blog. You just write a post about it on your blog, and it gets shared with the entire population. who can see it. So it can be treated as a diary, it can be treated as a journal, or a portfolio of things that you keep doing. So for example, you take a lecture or you deliver some new module, or as a teacher I'm talking, or you have tried something new in your classroom, or you have tried something new at your school. You can just keep writing about it, blogging about it on your blog, and that collection becomes a portfolio of what all you did over the years, and that becomes a proof, a professional proof of your expertise or your experiences. So you can treat your blog as a diary, you can treat your blog as a general journal of things, collection of articles. You can treat your blog as a portfolio, a professional portfolio. So therefore, blog is an overall good space for knowledge sharing, even for research. There are many other blogs, there are many kinds of blogs, and also they can be personal blogs, they can be group blogs, they can be organizational blogs, they could be school blogs, they could be project blogs. So either a blog is maintained by an individual, it can be maintained by an individual, or it can be maintained by a group of individuals, or it can be maintained by the admin of a company. So blogs can be used in different ways, and depending on the nature of the maintenance you write on the blog. So blog is a very good way of knowledge sharing, and a very good way of opinion sharing, a very good way of researching also. For example, you want to just read about something online, so when you type something on the Google, most of the pages that get open are basically blogs talking about that very subject that you were searching for. So blog is a good way of knowledge sharing, and teachers can of course use blogs for their students, for their community teachers, for their co-teachers, for the profession at large. So teachers can definitely use blogs in a very effective and efficient manner. And okay, so now that brings me to the last part as to how to compose a successful and a good readable blog. So there are basically 2-3 things that you have to keep in mind when you're blogging. So first and foremost is giving the right title to your blog. For example, you have made a blog on say cooking. So the title of the blog should be such that it attracts that particular set of audience who are interested in cooking, and therefore the title matters a lot. When you're blogging, your title is everything, that's the universe where the people get attracted to. Or if it is about teaching, so only the teachers would be interested, or the school administrators would be interested in reading about that teaching blog. If it is a traveling blog, the people who are adventure seeking and good travelers would be attracted to your traveling blogs. So the title of the blog matters a lot while you're doing blogging. So choose the title in a very introspective manner. Take your time before you click the right title for your blog. Secondly, keep in mind that your blog has to make some point when you're writing a blog. It's not that you're just writing for no reason. It's not just a monologue or just an analog of things. It has to be something very specific. You have to give some message through your blog. That message, that purpose of the blog should be very evident when somebody is reading that blog. So some outcome, some output should be there to the reader when they finish reading your blog. And mind you, thirdly, your blog post has to be very concise in size. You do not write blog for paras and paras and paras. Just maintain some word limit, give yourself some word limit and stick to that. Do not exceed into a lot of paragraphs while you're writing a blog. Also, keep giving subtitles in your blog. For example, if your blog is about gardening, for example, and you want to write about how to maintain a small kitchen garden at your home. So the title has to be, first of all, very catchy, for that blog to write. Secondly, divide your entire blog into subheads, so that in 2 or 3 subheads, so that that particular topic is covered precisely under those subtitles or subheads. Lastly, keep posting on your blog. Do not just post once in a while in your blog. Be very periodic while posting initially, because the audience get attracted to your blog. They're writing, they're getting something out of it, they subscribe to your blog, and for days and months and years nothing new is coming up to that very blog. So audience also start leaving your blog, and they start unsubscribing or just forgetting about that particular blog that just started and caught their attention. So don't forget to be regular and update your blog every now and then. Also, blog is something that invites a lot of visual content, so also post pictures of whatever your blog or blog post is talking about. Take pictures, take clear pictures, and keep posting that pictures, whenever you're writing a blog post. If it is about say a craft that you're talking about, put that picture of the craft over there, so that when the readers are scrolling through different blogs, when they're writing about when they're searching about a certain blog, first and foremost, the picture is something that attracts the attention, and that visual content or that graphic content is most inviting when it comes to the audience, the right audience for the blog. So these are a few points that you can consider before writing a blog, and various other websites are available for bloggers to start blogging, and then later on you can develop your own website and have your own blog. So you can have a blog on Blogger, you can have a blog on WordPress. WordPress is a bit tough, a bit for starters, but yes, Blogger is a very easy platform. You can have many other, you will just find many other websites online to just start blogging. So this was all about blogs. I'm going to share some links with you of some easy blogs that you can follow, and then design your own blog on the same pattern. And for more, keep subscribing to our channel, keep liking my videos, and see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.